Oh, it doesn't fade to black. I forgot to change the setting. Howdy, howdy. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let me just quickly fix that music. I always forget that I have to like specifically click to show fade out, you know? I don't know why it always needs me to specifically specify it, but here we are. Specifically specified. Oh man, I've always been the best at English. Everyone has ever told me that. Absolute best. There we go. All right, fixed. Anyway, howdy, howdy. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm very excited for Miles Edgeworth. We're here for it, okay? It's gonna be the best. So, prepare everything in your souls. Hi, Daft. How you doing? How's it crack-a-lackin'? All right, let's do this. I don't have too much else to say. I had a lazy day today, and it was great. Just enjoying the final fragments of my reality. No, the final fragments of my freedom for a week. So it was good. I played a lot of Skyrim. It was nice. Just Skyrim and Critical Role. That's all it really was. Ooh, okay, hold up. Nope, that's not what I want. Oop, there we go. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. I'm gonna just change around all my settings. Don't mind me. I have a Phoenix Wright tab here, so I could just change that to, hold up. I'm gonna change it instead to investigations. Yeah, okay. Now, if I get rid of this one, yeah, we're getting there. Make that bitch. Is that big enough? A little more. Shit, it's too much. There we go. Is that good? Good enough. It slightly overlaps. Wait, hold up. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do this. I might be able to set this to full screen actually, but we'll find out. All right, I actually have no idea what to expect for this game, so it'll be interesting. It looks like it's obviously like Ace Attorney, but very, very like slight differences here and there. So, click the button to view our privacy policy. Next. I'ma trust you. I've already given you my money, so you might as well take everything else, okay? Hell yeah, got different music. I expect some court cases. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, Ultra. I hope so. All right, where's my settings? First thing you always gotta do, check the settings. Screen flashes, vibration. Why does it have vibration? I hope it doesn't think I have my controller plugged in. Audio. Ooh. Set the music back like 2. Yeah. Aww, he's so cute. Can I just say, in this art style, he looks like he has such a baby face. Just a cute little baby face. Anyway, yes, this is what we need to change. windowed? Yes. God, now everything's too big. Okay, I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Don't, it's okay, guys. It's okay. I was like, the moment I change this, fit to screen. We'll adjust it from there. And then, yeah. Okay. We're okay. All right, windowed. I would like borderless. Yes, borderless is the best, guys. All right, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Borderless is totally the best. Unless you're like playing a game where you're like running and gunning and you accidentally click off your screen all the time. Like, there's really no reason in my brain to ever not have like easily switch between my screens. That's probably because I'm constantly looking over here though. Run control style. Why would I run in this game? I'm a prosecutor. I don't run, God forbid. In saying that, can you imagine like Miles Edgeworth like making sure he gets his like daily exercise in by like running every morning? Okay, all right. Anyway, we're gonna be fine, guys. I promise. I am not going to lose my collective mind. Where's my Arcanine? That's a good question. Where is your Arcanine? Did I not click the button? It's, oh shit. Did I? No, it was working before. Why is it not working? It was working before, I promise. Wasn't it? I checked it before I started stream. It was working. All right, well now I have to restart all of stream. Hope you guys are happy. Specific window is not a game. Well, because it's not a game. Hold up. Well, blame me for what? It was there before. I like checked it. I remember I was on the screen. I check it every time. I'm like, oh, thank God it's working. Why isn't it working? Got Lily. Fucking damn it, bro. I wish this wouldn't happen. I don't know why it does this. So what happens sometimes is that when I reset my computer, it'll just won't work until I restart it again. And I restarted my computer this afternoon. But as I said, I'm pretty sure it was working just before. Well, no streamer avatars for you guys today, okay? I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to be cute orbs. Here. Alright guys, we've got this. Hold up, I'll fix it. I'll fix it in not the way you expect, okay? Let's get these little guys. Okay, we're just gonna... God, y'all are gonna be tiny. All right. Does that work? Y'all happy? You guys happy up there? Hold up. You can't bet either. Nope, not a matter. Hold up, I'm gonna put you guys up here. Can I put him up? Where do I put him? Why does he take up so much space? All right, well, he's just gonna have to stay over here. All right. Our palace is so small now. I know, right? I don't know what to do about it. Hannah, it's not working. My gambling addiction. Lily. There are better addictions, okay? Obviously. AKA, you need to obviously play more Baldur's Gate 3 to compensate. I'm scared. This cloud could break any second. Listen, if it breaks, it only falls on top of my head. Can you imagine, like, the thing drops thing and it just goes boom. Oh my god. You're a better addiction. Fuck yeah, I am. Oh, okay. Are you guys gonna be okay? Alright, listen, I don't have a solution for everything, okay? I wish I did, but that would involve restarting everything, and I don't want to do that. Even though I'm 100% sure it was working before. Get it, girl. Get what? Patch 7 for BG3 is out now. Yeah, I'm aware. It spent like 2 whole hours updating. It took fucking forever. Orbed up. It took so long, God same. Sono said something like that, where you can redeem points to throw stuff at his avatar. We could do that. I don't know if it's ethical to be throwing orbs though. Like on one hand, I'm like, yeah, it'd be cute to just go boom, 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 boom. But on the other hand, think about those poor orbs. They better be safe. Like, what do we throw if we're not throwing orbs, guys? That's the question. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. And if I don't know what you're talking about, I'm thinking of a different thing, but I know all kind of what you're talking about. You know what I mean? God, he's such a baby face. Such a baby face. I feel like the other version he is like a little bit more like angular or facial structure. Guess we're just dealing with... We're going with the HD style, lads. Z for back. Sure. Alright. Yeah. I could, like... We just squash orb down. Okay. Alright, and then we'll get like another one. Is this Ace of Spades attorney? Yep. Just get good. What do you mean? I'm not good enough. We've talked about this, okay? I can't fix everything. AEST. I forgot how big they were. Like, they're massive. Stare into those eyes, am I right? Okay. Fit to screen. Oh my god. Okay, and then we'll like grab this and we'll sit it like this. Okay. Okay, hold up. Fuck. Okay, and then we're gonna grab other orb. And move them. We're gonna move him up here. Okay, and then we're gonna grab orb pile and we're gonna drag them down. Alright. Are y'all happy? You better be. Because I say so. Better be fucking happy. I wish I had like a plushie. Oh my god, I'd love that. Like where I draw a picture of like my bird avatar, but of a plushie. That's what I need. Just giant orb. Orb is big. You know, I should make orb even bigger, actually. Hold up. We can fix this. Orb, stack. Just make him massive. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm confused. What's the matter? What's up? Is that a request for a plushie of your burb? But that's what the phoenix you're doing is, right? That's why I like the burp one. It was the phoenix cool burb. Praise orb. Because you could do it in my colors. Thought so. Okay. I really like that design. It just looks perfect. I'm like, I can look at that and use that as a frame of reference on how to make what are they called? Emotes in the future. I don't know anything about bird anatomy, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Phoenix's burb. Yes. Y'all look perfect. You look perfect. It's just like panicking. No, I was confused because I'm like, what do you mean? You're already doing a plushie, effectively. What? No, sorry. What I was saying is that I need an image. I wanted an image of my bird as a plushie so I could sit him on this display case up here. That's what I was talking about, okay? Relax. It's okay. I thought I said that more accurately. I didn't. I'm very sorry. Okay, are y'all ready for some sexy Miles Edgeworth? It's a drawing I need to do, okay? A drawing I need to do. I could do it. Not now. All right, you guys ready for Miles Edgeworth? I hope you're prepared for me to never speak in this voice ever again. No, that sounds like a yes from Lily. Honestly, it doesn't take much for me to panic the last few days. It's okay. It gets a bit like that. It's okay. As long as you're mindful of the fact that obviously it's because other stresses are, you know, encroaching on your day-to-day life, effectively. Wow, Hannah, way to put that just fucking delicately. Don't listen to her. The point is, it's okay because you're mindful of the situation. Yep, okay. Like, it's not okay when people are just mean because they're mean. It's sad. Love you, Han. This will go away. Yeah. Yeah, it will. I'm gonna beat it up. I hope you're ready for sexy. I mean, like, guys, it's Miles Edgeworth, okay? Think about Miles Edgeworth. That's what I want you guys to do, okay? Be like me and just drool over Miles Edgeworth for the next 3 to 4-ish hours. 3-ish hours, actually. I started stream early because I was like, oh yeah, let's like get into the game. Of course, in typical fashion, distracted for the first like half an hour. Anyway, I have to end stream early tonight because work. But after that, but yeah, we'll finish up around like just before 11 like usual. So depressing. All right, let's do this. So there's different games. Investigations to investigate. Okay, so it's 2 different games. Okay, so we just want the first one. Crazy. Okay. Start. Turnabout visitor. Let's go. Vsauce music. Or do you? Hey, Vsauce here. I did notice. I am excited. Let's go. I'm really excited to see how this is different from other stuff. Oh, same sounds. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. God, that's early. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Who's talking? That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But our guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Wow, little shit. No matter what the cost. Wait, that's in my office! Hold up! Hold up, what are you doing? What's with this shit? I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. You're a criminal among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. What a little shit. March 14th, 2:05, huh? Prosecutors building 12th floor hallway, AM. Oh, bright and early in the morning. Philip! Guess who's backish? Woo! I love you, Philip! I miss you! He's back. Dude, any longer and I would have started, like, falling apart. I need my duck in my life, okay? Precious duck. Philip, thank you for the tier 3 subscription. For mathematical reasons, 3 years. 8. 8. Is it 8? I think it's 8. Just starts crying like mathematics. Mathematics. 8 months, much appreciated. Hi Fury, by the way. Good morning. Welcome. Hello, stranger. Welcome to the stream. This is Han. She's a little loopy, but we like her all the same. Vera, can I like take that as like a I feel like I need to make a slow collection. We'll build up a collection of like little quotes from people of like reviews. Reviews of this streamer. And it's just this. I'm just gonna take a photo. I really want to do this now. I want to do like a little, oh my god, it could be like a little guys, it could be like a whole video. It could be my like trailers and stuff, and because you're supposed to have like a streamer trailer for your Twitch channel, and I still haven't done it, so we could do this. I found Patton to help me with Ghost Orb. Ooh, very nice. Duck. It's great to see you, Philip. Happy affiliate anniversary. Why are you still saying this? It was 2 months ago. We're all over it, man. We've been it, we're through it, all that jazz. Hell yeah. Wait, it's my grandma's birthday today. I don't know. I always forget if it's 1 day or 2 days after my cousin's. Don't mind me. Skyrim. Let's go. Dinner then Skyrim. That's the only way to do it. It says it's grandma's birthday, but it didn't tell me earlier. Oh well. I'm sure. Shh, it's fine. It's okay. I don't think I usually call her on her birthday anyway. I really feel like I probably should start, just because I probably don't have that many years left to do it. It's okay, guys. We've started stream. Maybe tomorrow when Adara's awake. Adara's taking her new medication, so she's already passed out. We love her. There were definitely no shenanigans that did not take place. Bullshit has triggered headaches, so just staying in stream. No Skyrim. Hi Zark. Skyrim tomorrow. I played Skyrim today. I have a lot to do. I want to marry Yordis, who, if you don't know, she's the Thane. Is that the right word? No. She's your house cull you get for becoming Thane of Solitude, and she's real pretty. And I want to marry her, but I need to buy a whole house, $50,000 house, in order to marry her. So, you know, trying times. Well done, Han. Thanks. I had a good time. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. Oh God, I sure hope there's no bodies in here. It would be terrible. Absolutely dreadful. Can we all agree on that? The only body I want on my desk is Phoenix Wright. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. God, I have to get used to doing this voice again. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Listen, I know he goes on crime scenes. I don't know, everyone's probably smelt blood, but can you imagine walking in a room and be like, what's this familiar smell? Blood? Like, y'all talking like a vampire. He's not really, like, getting away with a vampire, like... Okay, sorry. Blood? Dun, 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 dun. It smells like AB+. Oh my god, look at the animations on this. This is so, like, in-depth already. Oh, what the? Who put the dead body in my office? What's the meaning of this? Who do I need to fuck up? Freeze. It's just Gumshoe, bro. It's just Gumshoe. Relax. Gumshoe! Identify yourself. Is that you? Oh, shut up. Urusai. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Why are you shooting? Is that a threat? Is that, do I have a safe behind that? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. I know he doesn't shoot him. He could have committed 2 murders in one night, but they were like, ugh. My name's Miles Edgeworth. You thought it was Wings of Exelion. You're very incorrect. It's always been Miles Edgeworth. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. I was away for a couple of months, you know, getting all the guys. Little did I know that upon my return home, after a month abroad, not many abroads though, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. I never get to sleep anymore. I didn't even get to go to sleep tonight. It's so rude. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Y'all got the police here quickly. I know it's a prosecutor's office, but y'all did well. I mean, I guess it's been half an hour, but still. I've finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue with your investigation. Yes, sir! He's a newbie. Get the little brush. Alright, he's doing his job. Ah! Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? I rushed over as soon as I heard the bad news. Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene, and it's 2 fucking a.m. in the morning. Please let me sleep. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away, sir. God bless his soul. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they've assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. We're best friends. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you okay? Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However, I just want to say, this guy rolled a nat 20 on his intimidation roll against the murderer. I'm just saying. He did so well. Oh, fuck, you gonna get framed? Nah. Bad luck to kill a lawyer. They'll convince the guy in charge to ruin your life. Must love his job. Since when he came back, he went straight to the office. Maybe he had some papers, but that is a very good point. I don't know, I definitely get the impression that he kind of lives in his office to a certain degree. Like, his home barely has anything, but at least his desk is his home, you know? We all know what that's to be the case. What they do to your office, it's totally trashed. I'll say, the culprits sullied my floor with dirt rather well as with blood on my bookcase. We're not going to mention that? No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're really getting burned up over this whole thing. Am I doing the right voice for Gumshoe? Guh. I feel like I've just done like a goofy voice for him. I can't remember what I did for him. I feel like I did like a goofy voice for him. I'm not sure. Like at 2 AM. Should have gone straight to bed. He has a figurine in the back. He does. He has the, because he really likes the samurai. God, what's it called? Samurai something. Warrior samurai? Samurai warrior? I can't remember. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. I love him. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my brilliant mind. I do so much better than that damn Edgeworth. Phoenix eyes are on the way. Oh, the Phoenix Edge. I got really confused. The Phoenixes. Not Phoenix in the cave. Good to hear. I was so confused. Okay. Alright. Phoenix the bird eyes are on the way. Yeah, I just ordered one of all the sizes. Nice, nice. At least you can like reuse them probably pretty easily. Speaking of things that pique my interest, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Is it really a coincidence the murder took place in my office? Or was it planned? Ooh, I got puzzle pieces. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. I don't think that needs to be said aloud. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. They had my key. The key to your office? For some reason, this office door has a lock built into it. For security reasons. Fuck, not for some reason. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind already, lads. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? Sorry, that's not on my payroll. By finding the connection between the two pieces of the information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. God, this bitch. So how do you use it? First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q. And then I connect them together with T. Sure. Cutie. Don't think too hard, buddy. You'll get a migraine. Been there. Hi, Hannah. I reckon I'm new here. I reckon? Why do you say I reckon? Come in, we have cookies. Not much of a fan of biscuits, but I'll take all sorts of milk. All sorts of milk. Yo! As a barista, respect. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, I don't care what it is, I just need some fuel to get me through this day. I don't care if it's soy. That's how I feel. I'm cackling. I forgot he was a character. I needed that love. Chucky milk. Fuck yeah, Chucky milk. The Chucky milk at work is too strong, guys. It just makes me sad. Alright, but yeah, welcome on in. Objection. Objection. Okay, Q and T. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then the office key. Connect. Alright. It's almost like they had to pre-think about this in order to get access to his office. Pre-think. That means it's premeditated. Fun fact, I used to be a barista. I relate so much. I love that. It's literally a feeling, right? Where you're like, how am I going to live? I worked a whole extra hour yesterday. God, that was only yesterday. Because there were just so many coffees. There were just so many people. And I tried to leave multiple times and it didn't happen. It was great. Can I combine pineapple juice with coconut milks and make something delicious? No, you can't. Okay, and you know why? I know the actual technical definition of this. Okay, pineapple milk. That sounds horrifying. No, it's because of like the acidity level. So, for example, when you make a strong soy, a strong soy like latte, for example, the acidity of the beans, it's fine if it's only one shot. But if it's 2 shots, there's actually too much acidity in the beans to kind of properly mesh with the milk, so it will actually separate a lot. So if you combine pineapple, which is naturally acidic, with milk, it will naturally separate in the cup and will be utterly gross. Anyway. My shop loved unpaid overtime back in the day. One of 2 reasons why I left. Yeah, that's a good reason to leave. I'm pretty sure I get paid for it. I don't check. But it's okay. I like to hang out and help out people, so. And I was working with the boss, so I imagine he would be like, ah yes, Han left at this specific time. So we should be okay. Praise Orb Daddy. It's my baby. Hey, it's me. Hi, Phil. Wait, you work overtime? I feel like I need to commit some science atrocities. Why science atrocities? What makes you feel like it needs to be scientific? You know, it could be any type. It could be horrific atrocities. Or not. Or maybe cute atrocities. Cute atrocities? Something we have in common. You may have my follower. Just bow. And thank you very much for the follow objection. As I will say. You know, because Edgeworth will say it in the courtroom. What am I doing? Down with the orb tower. Praise Orb Daddy! That's what she said. That finger of... Sorry, Viru, do you want to re-say that? Oh, okay. Yes. Go on, Viru. Tell me more. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're trying to concentrate. Anyway, praise Orb Father. Orb Daddy, sorry. Guys, this is Orb Daddy. He's a big boy. He's Aylin's child. He's staying with me, though. Love you, Aylin. You're doing great. And we love you dearly, okay? Yeah. Imagine having concentration. Don't have that. Can you imagine? Roll for concentration. That's not gonna go down well. Okay. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Han has full custody of him and Strim is my visitation rights. You deserve more than that. Wait, isn't concentration that thin in pineapple juice? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, we gotta get through the game, guys. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of his crime as mere coincidence. But yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. god, he's just a little puppy. He's like, yes, he's my little go man.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my office. What was the killer after?
Your titties. No, unlike me. Please.
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Brings a tear to my eye. Got something in my eye. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. Unless the truth is a lie.
By the way, does anyone know if when this game is placed at all? Like, is it after the first 3 games I played? Or I imagine it probably was. Like, it was 1, 2, 3, and then investigations. And then probably the great Ace Attorney, the other trilogy of games. I'm not sure.
However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir! Begin investigation!
The basics of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. Just click everywhere on your screen, okay? Don't fear anything. I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use space whenever I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want a torch, just use T, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
Alright. Why do we want to? Oh, he follows me. Hi. Sorry. Alright. God, where to start? You know what? Let's start with this guy. Wait. So, just wait.
Do you have anything to report?
Yes, sir. Yes. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the... Wait.
And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eye.
Who's talking? Sorry.
Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? Well, I should look around a bit more.
Alright, I guess.
What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon?
Really? Shocked. It's placed in the console and then it lets you play it. If you place it on the counter, then it won't work so well. I'm very sleepy. It's 4 hours past bedtime. Viru, go to bed! We love you, Viru, go to bed. We love you, Viru. Go get that sleep. It's very important.
If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before, sir. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous.
He's so cute.
Now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
How do we know that's not your gun?
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. Dun dun. Why was this knocked over? I wonder why. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. Oh, this poor man. He appears to have been on his period. Truly a terrible thing.
Wait, it says gum on the wall. Was they trying to spell Gumshoe's name? They are trying to make it look like it was Gumshoe who did the murder.
I won't rest until I've investigated every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Okay. Where can I inspect? Oh, okay, so blue is where it's nothing. Okay, I thought it was the other way around.
Files all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. Oh, let's just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I wanted the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'll come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life?
Wow! That was sassy, Edgeworth. Can you imagine? Probably take meds early tonight. Oh my god, you can be like Adara and sleep early. Aiming for long sleep. That's fair. It's okay, go get that all the sleep. I'm gonna just rest my eyes. We'll see if you make it. I'm not sleeping. You're totally sleeping, okay? If you're gonna fall asleep, it's inevitable.
Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdomen area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach areas.
Oh, it looks like the bullet clean passed right through his stomach, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Does this really need to be stated?
Yeah, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
I don't know.
Please have the bodies sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
Went through that, and the body was found at around 2:05 a.m. Sorry, he was like 10 minutes afterwards, I believe.
Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we found, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Oh, right, if you say so.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I just have to press E to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand for it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
E? Proof of my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Victim. Okay, so we don't know anything about the victim as of yet. Okay. Interesting. Zed? Okay. So, I inspected all of them. His wallet's here. That's interesting.
What do we have here?
Hey, I think I've seen one of these before.
It's a police badge, detective.
Oh, hey! I have the exact same thing, actually. What a cool winky-dink.
Let's take a look inside.
Buddy Faith. Detective. Buddy Faith.
Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you.
Ah, explains about the gun.
I've seemed to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Alright, wait, let's finish doing some stuff.
I don't believe it! I packed those files on these shelves so tight! It's not even an earthquake can make them fall up, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf.
We're not gonna look at the fact that it says literally gum on the wall. We're not worried about that at all. I don't think he would have written that, to be honest, because look at the way he's like, I don't know, like the way he's lying. Was he lying against the wall and then like wrote it? I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. All right, they said I should do. Okay. I wasn't sure for a second.
The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir, on a nail, sir. Excuse me, pal, let me see, what do we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir, this guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him.
We assumed that the gun is the murder weapon was issued to the victim.
Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say.
God, I'm doing great. Did you scan it? The wall? I don't think so. It didn't let me like scan. I don't know what part you're talking about, but it didn't let me scan the wall where it said Gumshoe on the wall for some weird reason. Pardon. Bye, oh bye.
As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at every piece of evidence. You can use blah blah blah
to rotate an object. Okay. Nitty gritty. Okay, well there's a horse on it. Is there blood on it? That's the part I'm confused by. Okay, there's already bullets in it. Zoom in. Hell yeah. Can I like drag it? One bullet. There we go.
Looks like only one round was fired from this. Well, so the killer killed the victim with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to all—
Jim! Whoa! Oh. Oh, okay. The fucking murderer. Oh, oh god, I have to figure out voices. Alright.
Jim! Why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? You don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained soup pail. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting.
Busting nuts? What?
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go jump to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here, dear. High prosecutor office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal.
Do I have to pull out, like, my papers to be like, hey, I got off the plane at this time? Thanks for the company in this morning, Han, and Chan. I'll be in lurk mode for now, cause work. No worries, Philip. Good to hear from you. Good to see from you. Good to see from you. Yeah, good luck at work. We love you, and it's great that you have your phone back. Hi, Estania.
The key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Ho, ho, ho. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No, wait, pal, you got it all wrong. Everyone, calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. Collected your Pokemon cards? The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. Sure, one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all about the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay?
No.
Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
God, what a suck up.
No, a pleasure to work with you.
And remember guys, hydrate yourselves or else.
Remember to hydrate, Philip says though, okay?
I'm not sure how present I'll be though, given, you know, on holiday. No worries, Estania. I hope you have the best of holidays, okay? You're gonna have a best of both worlds. You're gonna have the best of times, okay? Yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then, it's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir.
What?
I want you to capture the scene on film for me. No! My final farewell to my partner, Jim.
Really?
Bro, that's a... No! What are you doing? That's not okay. You can't just take a picture of a dead body. I don't... Like, you're not related to the person, so fuck off. I should probably give them some space.
I wasn't finished investigating this this thing.
Yeah, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all up ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the game to tax my mental acuity much.
I love him.
Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. So there was two guns. There were two guns because the one gun only got one fired once. So that's proof. And if he got shot, but he also did the shot here when he threatened him. Two different guns. That's a little confusing though. Why? Like, that means the killer wrested the gun from the other person and shot him, but then used his own gun? Like, he got rid of he tried to throw the detective's gun away, but then drew out his own gun when Miles came in? It's a bit odd. So the killers not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They did shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in?
Oh. What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Big brain. No! Got killed with killer gun. Yeah, possibly. And then like switched guns. I'm just not quite sure like what happened to them make him switch guns. You know what I mean?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him.
My husband? Obviously. I love my husband. Sorry.
But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way.
I love the fact that he's just casually thinking about Phoenix. It's my favorite. I don't think it was a switch, but we shall see.
When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at and press T with conviction. Deduce! And when I've found sufficient proof to prove...
Sorry.
To prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
Sure. Oh, this one?
Eureka!
Eureka? He says Eureka? Alright then, bud.
This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this office. The first fell to the victim, and the second fell to this frame. Well, hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Oh, by the way, I noticed something third. Yes. What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Oh, that's a secret safe. A secret safe? Ooh, I smell money! I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd kept it clean for you, sir.
Tutorial mode, I know, right? There's so many moments when they're like, we need to explain something.
So where'd you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Oh, really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
Shouldn't I check that there is nothing inside?
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny.
Can I get in?
Now this is odd. Found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it a bit too clean?
Oh, hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. I mean, it's not like there looks like there's segments of dust, but...
Well, yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir.
I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. So someone tried to get into the office?
As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.
I love the idea of Edgeworth in his brain being like, time to play connect the dots. do, 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 do. Can I check it? Can I open it? Finished examining this area, but it's never hurts to look again. Can I go inside?
Well, if detectives knew about them, then they wouldn't be secret now, would they? Are there any other secret, hidden things in this bathroom? Even if there were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them. So there's no, like, hidden camera around, right? And what if there was? No, it's nothing, forget us anything. Do I even want to ask what he's been doing in my office while I've been away?
He's just been sleeping. He probably has been sleeping in the office, actually. Oh. Killer's goal. Sign of a struggle. Possibly? Okay.
I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe.
I don't know how true that is, but like, why wait until the day just before he comes in? I don't know.
I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime.
I would say no, not yet. I think I'm still searching the office, my dude. I mean, I guess he could connect to these 2 points, maybe? Not yet. Not yet. We'll think more. Do more thinking.
Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared of any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production value. I got all over this.
Okay. Oh my god, he's so cute. I love that even Miles Edgeworth, prosecutor, has his hyperfixations.
However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Brink Princess and Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a few stage shows to give it presence. You sure know a lot? You're sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not! Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. I love him. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Oh, it's your trophy song, the Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. You only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yeah, it was part of a murder case, wasn't it?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
Proud.
Oh, that's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me.
What? Hold up. What? Oh, buddy. This feels bad, man. Fucking Nerdworth. Adorable little dweeb. He's so cute. Damn, he has a healthy sense of self. I know, right? Where does he get it from? Is he crazy? Probably.
Oh, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer is going to pay. This tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It cost more than your whole month's paycheck. Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks.
Alright.
How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up.
Leave the man to his art.
It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tiny, it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh, yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
That's harsh, sir.
Orhan, are we animating tonight on Sunday?
That's mean.
Yeah, I believe so. Probably. Philip should be around. I don't know about Kat. I'll have to check people. I'll have to check, but hopefully. We still need to watch the Cowboy Bebop movie and the other movie. I do have work on Monday morning though, so. I'll have to finish up early again. I think. Ooh. Man, oh man.
I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay.
I have to admit, I'd be really interested to find out that one of the defending points against Gumshoe, because obviously Gumshoe's getting accused of this murder, the defending point is him going to be like, I've been cleaning that office spotless, but I didn't get to that safe, you know what I mean? Otherwise I would have dusted the safe.
Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
The ones that come with a card attached every month, like clockwork for you. Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved? Wendy.
Wendy? Isn't she the girl who really likes Steel Samurai stuff too? She was like the bodyguard.
Oh, Ms. Irony, how painful are thy thorns.
Wendy, is that the name of the old lady with the whiny voice that's stalked?
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Yuck.
You wouldn't think that about our gorgeous boy, Phoenix. Shall see. Hopefully we will.
I hope in this case, we solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa.
That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on top of it too, just for a little while, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end.
Not even this case is over. I don't think he can afford to take any time off.
Poor guy.
He's such big. Look at his eyes.
Wait, hold up. Like his front view? God, it's not showing. Wait, hold up. Walk him around this way.
Yeah, he just did these big, like, he's so cute eyes. He's so cute.
Alright. Are you done? Like, bro, we're investigating a murder. Alright, I'm just checking I've done everything else in the room before I talk to this asshole. It looks like it. The phone? Nothing for the phone. Surprised you wouldn't suspect the phone. Alright.
Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Jim, I swear, I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. I'll be there for the both of us. Now then, you want to talk to me about something?
No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting the conversation.
I don't give a shit about him. Where am I going? Can I leave the room? Where's the door? Somebody let me out of here. Where do I get out?
Oh golly gosh.
I guess I have to draw conclusions then. You? This is the only thing I can think of.
There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Let's give that a try.
Miles Edgeworth strikes me as the type of guy that would totally have all of his books perfectly memorized, like color-coded, memorized. Even like he has his own like Dewey Decimal System. Totally.
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
And first, we calmly restore the files to their nightfall position.
You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here and that book goes there. Sure, you sure know a lot about where things go despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Cause I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done.
Again, wasn't there a spelling on the back over here?
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
But the bloodstains don't make a whole lot of sense. Like, wait, the books were pulled out to cover the... There's a giant blood puddle on the floor. Is that how it's supposed to look, or... Like, is that where he fell initially, and then they moved the body to the side and, like, tried to search through the books? So they murdered the dude first, and then had tried to ransack the office. Yay? Nay? That's odd. Also, I'm still upset that we haven't noticed that he spelled gumshoe over here, but that's fine.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect the victim was killed in a standing possession, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell into the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
I'm so much. I'm so confused by everything. There's two sets of handprints, for one. Two, there's blood on the underside of this, and like blood splatters kind of in a pattern over here, but like why? Like, but then there's a huge pool of blood here, but he's been moved to the side. Like in my brain there is so much wrong with this picture and I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I guess if he goes from that to like a falling position on his side, is the problem the body?
The killer moved the body because it's leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was gumshoe. It was too smart of a thing for him to say.
See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay. Okay.
The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here being shot. And there are prints on the floor too.
I mean, yes, you can see it on the other shelves.
True.
Oh, it's the order? No. A, B, C. No, that's G. Wait, C? I guess it's supposed to be C. Kind of looks like G. D, E. A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That kind of looks like it's supposed to be a G. I don't know.
Unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor.
Right, and then...
It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would be the logical conclusion. it this? So this is where the bullet launched itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. The files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Right, yes, that's what I just said. Okay, cool.
I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
I guess? Okay, so...
Put them all back just as they should be, sir. Looks like anything's missing.
Though it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
Is it this? Okay, is there anything else to inspect? Before I check. Because this looks like a G. Whoops. I don't know if it is or not. It looks like a G. I don't know. Oh yeah, no. Shit, I'm not sure. But if it went through his stomach, why is the file with the bullet so low on the shelf? Wouldn't it have been higher? I agree. Which means maybe these down here were up here before? That is a good point. But I have to deduce it by... Hold up. Hold up. Okay, no, I don't have any other. Okay. It says deduce, but with what evidence? Nah, I fucked up.
I don't really see what's wrong with that spot.
Huh, you don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you'd just admit when you're wrong.
That wasn't a mistake. That was me keeping you on your toes, detective.
I didn't realize that I had a health bar in this game. Okay. Hold up. I want to save now. Yeah. Okay. Is it the second set of handprints? You said there was a contradiction, right? Well, the victim would have had to be sitting. In order for it to shoot. If it shot him through the abdomen, he would have already had to have been sitting in this position right here, right? It would have had to be sitting here. So therefore this second set of handprints shouldn't be here. Because if he was standing, is that right? Oh God, my brain. If he was standing on, if like for it to be shot this low, he would have had to been sitting in this position for it to shoot and go through, which makes sense with these two handprints, but it doesn't make sense with these two. Unless he was trying to push him to cover up what he wrote on the wall here, but then why not get rid of that stuff? Why not burn it? Ugh, I don't know. What am I deducing? And with what evidence? Maybe it's something to do with the prints? Like, if there's blood over here, then they couldn't have been able to get into the safe without having blood on them? That's ridiculous. Especially when the blood splatter is only on the lower shelf. What have you to say?
Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Oh shit, your laugh, your smile. I'll never be able to joke around with you again. But don't you worry, Jim. I'll joke around enough for the both of us, you'll see. He's not listening at all. Mr. Portsman is off in his own little world, it seems.
He definitely seems to be like layering it on way too thick. Something wrong with this picture. Surely it's just this, right? Didn't I try this? Okay, I think that's right.
There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
Oh, what do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But if that guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
Oh, well, that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption, and it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The position of the body, the position of the handprints, the order of the files? I thought it might have been the order of the file. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? Position of the body. I would have said the position of the body, but now I'm not sure. Can I save? Save? Because my poor little brain don't know nothing. Or it could be the order of the files. The faulty assumption that we made? Well, we just established it was the position of the body, right? I don't know. It's a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually,
I think the
label on the files are wrong, sir. Yeah. You see how the files, they were shot begin... Wait, what? You see here where the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down here after 1, 2, and 3? That's real weird.
After 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so they were supposed to be at the top. Oh, okay.
Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the
numbers are all out of order.
Those white blinders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But what about the files down here?
Do you think it'll be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They've finished the processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe.
Are we just gonna play around with the dead body? Cool, okay, that's fun. Why not? Just a little bit of playing around with our dead bodies. You know how it goes.
All in a bit of fun. As I suspect, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting. Mr. Faith, that's the word.
Then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
The only problem with this, right, is obviously it looks like they're trying to frame Gumshoe on the side, right? But one, there's a gap between the Gumshoe part now. Like, where's that? So we're missing a book, is what I'm saying. So we now know we're definitely missing a book. But also, this guy, like, whoever wrote it upside down? Like, that doesn't make a whole heap of sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense for it to be upside down, I feel.
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why?
So they tried looking through. So he got through him, shot him, then began to search through the stuff. And then, I don't know, saw that the guy in his dying breath had like written a name on the wall and tried to cover it. But this guy knew that it wasn't Gumshoe, so that means bad guy must have done this on purpose, right? Oh god, I don't know.
Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
Can we talk about this?
This?
What is that? Oh, why does it say Gumshoe there in blood?
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files were stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after?
One of the files that was written upon in blood was stolen by the victim. Wait, I didn't investigate the rest of that. Okay, fine, whatever. We're done. I was hoping to do a little bit more investigating, but that's fine.
Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
I love the fact that you just have two prosecutors just going at it at each other. They're just fucking like, you did it, no you did it. All with their loyal little like detective dudes.
Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. The fact that he saw someone die and then was like, I'm going to take a picture of it. And then decided to fawn over the body. But then the moment I say anything, he's like, way too up in my business. You know what I mean? I don't know what this guy's up to. He does not give, like, good vibes. I'm just getting a feeling, you know? And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Like, why do you write upside down?
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with his technique. With this technique.
Well, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Might as well.
Alright, first I listen to the rest of the tamarind and find a flaw in the testimony.
I like how it gives you an option not to read this. We present the information contradictory to evidence. Sometimes use T, but that's old news. That's old news.
Yeah, but it's not like there's gonna be flaw in the testimony every time, right?
Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness with Q.
This is really interesting that I feel like Like, I feel like I'm not even gonna have, like, a scene in the courtroom at this case. Like, I feel like this is the courtroom. They're like, good job, you did the murder, you figured it out.
Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'm sure to try this technique out during investigations too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully.
I love them.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mr. Portsman's logic.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from here and then shot him dead.
Oh my god. Of course they're trying to frame him. Lol, he's a perfect dumbass fall guy who had the only key. Well, that's very true. Off to sleep. Love you guys. Have a good night, Aylin. Love you. You're doing great.
Okay. Sorry, I was too busy talking to realize anything was said in chat.
Always so much reading in these.
Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed the theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Alright. Dun 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 dun. Messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in the front of the bookshelf. Wait, hold up. Okay. How do you know he doesn't have his gun on him?
Hold it!
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim's the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name.
Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim.
That just shows how assholey it is.
He talks about the victim like he were his pet. My good boy, Detective Gumshoe, I would never treat him like a pet. Now, could you go get me a sandwich? Don't worry, you can get yourself a sandwich on my, with my credit card, okay? Now, be a good little boy, and remember, no pickles. No pickles.
Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft again. So you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. Maybe I should just push everything.
Hold it!
Is this game too loud? I haven't even checked. I might turn it down a little. I don't think it's too loud. It's mainly just like ambient. Ambient music. Alright.
Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shells twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle.
I will have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Square meals as in a sandwich. I eat literally a square of a sandwich square. every day, because all I can afford is bread. I just survive off pickle sandwiches. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but
Oh shit, I was so close. So close. Okay.
Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with, and what a motive, no.
Oh, wait, no, go back. Continue pressing.
Hold it!
Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your book cases somehow, right? Anyway.
But that's thanks you didn't notice the bloody letters as ever before.
Hold it!
Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Why do you say something, sir? Not you too, Edgeworth, sir.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence.
Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters.
Couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike.
Okay. So it sounds like I need to, thanks to that you didn't notice, so this is what I need to do to present the information. Well, because of where they were positioned, right? Hold up, let me save. Present. Icon! What am I rolling? Edgeworth charisma check. Oh, okay. Hey Rywick, hope you're doing well. Alright. Roll for charisma. 7. I have a +3 to charisma. So 10. That's like not, it's not really a passing. It's like a scrape by.
Objection!
Is this right? Music's not playing.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bring a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me. Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. Ha 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 ha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The file on that shelf was all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spine.
Objection!
Oof. I try my best. Edgeworth doesn't love me, and that's okay, because he loves Phoenix instead.
It's possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean the S is gone, there's only half a H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
Yeah.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make his dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
Oh, that's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Well, Mr. Portsman.
How brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some, you lose some. That's how your life goes.
You let everyone so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
Oh, buddy, it's okay. Ah, you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is it this time? Are you still have to be pale?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. My advantage search would just prove that I'm innocent, pale.
What's with the jacket? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
Then why do I sense that you have something to say?
What's with you? Please stop. Please, you're not flying away. Well, I was thinking, do you know there is one other key did you know there is one other person with a key to this office?
One other person?
Hey, you there.
Yes, sir.
What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort this lovely young lady over for me?
Lady?
Girl's a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Is it Wendy?
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't.
What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Wendy? Oh, it's Birdie. I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird. Yeah, let's go! I fucking knew that hair anywhere. A member of security. Oh my god, have they started dating yet? Please. I need it. I still want to see them date. They're so cute. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, sir? God, is that the voice I gave her? I've forgotten.
Maggie.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. You're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe. The only other person with access to this room is Ms. Birdie. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room!
That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal.
I love the idea that these two are acting like exes for some weird reason. I love her. Yeah, but if anyone's going to get Gumshoe to make a false confession,
It was me, that's right, I did it.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Shh.
Well, it wasn't really me, but if it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me.
If it was, fucking shit.
If it was, you'd have no problem with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands that what I'm saying here. Fly away! That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Why is she still here then? Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. But if Detective Gumshoe is the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Birdie as our prime suspect. On top of which she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. But she likes him.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Incredible incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
But that's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, and this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Birdie who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him.
Okay.
Hi, Tap. Been very tired. Don't you worry, Tap, okay? It's important. Always gotta get your sleep. That's alright. I've been ending streams early a lot this week. I have to tonight as well. I understand. Gotta get all the work. Fucking called it. You did. Why are you apologizing? Yeah. Love you, buddy. Doing great. Hell yeah. Spur wrinkle positivity. Chat is cute. Oh, it's 2 chat is cutes. Let's go. Chat is extra cute. I finished that drink bottle. Oh, okay. Alright. I need to turn this light down.
Why is it pretty obvious?
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Birdie is the only member of security who could have used this master key? There's only one person on staff at the time of night, and tonight, she's it.
How do you know that, though?
Isn't that right, Miss Birdie?
It's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated, you little shit.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
You can't really trust her not to tell lies, plus I hate wasting time.
Should I hear Miss Birdie out?
Yes.
Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Birdie has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Birdie, if you please.
I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
Ha, a likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that.
With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. That's true. She literally just a bad time with Miss Bird.
Hey pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But we still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? Yeah, but why? She's just a kid. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
If it is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective, I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own.
But there's nothing in the safe, right? Did we actually check inside the safe, or did he just say that there was nothing in the safe because only they know of them? Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Oh, yo, actually.
Objection!
Let's go.
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Birdie was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth, after all. That's not true. Why does he keep, like, flapping around with a bird with his jacket? Like, are you hot? Are you cold? What's going on? It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Shit. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprits knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelves and the safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable, conjoined twins. What? That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
That means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong for me to tell him.
I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Well then where's the book? Now he's claiming the victim was the thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What though? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
And plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to his office.
She wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Do we know that for sure? Okay. Pretty impossible for a supposed stolen key to be here with us unless you'd retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but that's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? Excuse me, this is my office.
You can't kick us out, this is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Ah, but the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to a varying degree and therefore ineligible to run the show. And you aren't?
Listen here, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm down.
But sir...
You have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Aha, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? Can two prosecutors go against each other? Oh yeah, we're at break time. Hell yeah. I forgot that there was like break periods between stuff. Now we're going to the hallway. 4 AM. It's been 2 hours. Oh my god, fuck everything, bro. Just go to bed at this point. Don't do it.
What's with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. He was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective. Why is there a basketball over here? Who brought a basketball into the office? That's incredibly irresponsible. We're prosecutors. We're not like athletes or we don't do sports here. We solve crimes. The fuck?
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence, you'll see, sir.
Fuck. What's her voice? Shit. We've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So then what now?
Looks like my life's fallen into yet again another gigantic ditch. She's so cute. I love her. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Oh, really, sir?
For example, this hallway. Why is there a basketball in the hallway? I need answers, okay? We can't just assume that somebody dropped a basketball. There's got to be some other reason for it. It infuriates me. The linchpin of this argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. And that basketball. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more evidence. Information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. The door. Begin investigation. We love you, Gumshoe and Maggie, but also neither of you are very bright. That's okay. That just means they belong together even more. Oh, I can only go in this room? Okay. I always expect to be able- oh no, okay, it does go up and down. So there is just a basketball group here for no reason. This little shit. I hate him. I'll talk to him later. He's the last thing I'm going to talk about. So what's in this room? This office.
Oh, 103. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again?
It's Mr. Portman, sir. So he's the new neighbor, I see. Suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. I don't think that's a good thing. Does this matter? Nope. Oh, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. There it is! I didn't even notice it was there. The book. But look at that beautiful couch. A highly crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting room. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective, in a hallway.
But whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand.
Sign of anxiety.
But it always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
I wish I could have dreams that I'd get trounced by a lawyer. I mean, that sounds awful, detective. Truly awful. Maybe I should give it a try to envision myself winning naturally. You know it. Sorry. There it is.
Huh! Isn't that the message? Zero file Smith missing for zero file says
Oh my god. No doubt about it. The bloody letters make it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. Wow, they took out pages? What would they want then? Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what are these zero files about, sir? I guess they've got some worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly, just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Oh. So the murder originally was in Portsmouth's office. Right? Oh, wait. They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office.
Oh?
I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Well, that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It will seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
Why do anyone care about such an old case?
Are we just leaving it under there? Okay. That's odd. Can we talk about this basketball?
What is basketball doing here? That's what I've been wondering this entire time.
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. Heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played at a hallway.
See?
What's the basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, didn't there used to be just one outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
Heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor thing had to bring it up himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor?
I hadn't thought about that at all.
Is everything alright?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I finally at 154 pounds.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight.
What? You mean his brains?
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
I love how they did that animation with the eyes.
Zoop, 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 zoop. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing her my notes to her with tea.
Oh, okay.
So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
At the time I realized, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. So that's while we were waiting for police to turn up, right? So that was after Miles called the police.
I'm sure that between those two times it was not just gone but stolen, sir. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I'd used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
Did you use the master key?
Why? Hold on.
Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with them.
Sounds like fun, but the only person who ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I think I'd have fit in all that well with them.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going down here, so she quit.
Wasn't he a part of that investigation, or did I have a different person on that case? I think it was while Miles Edgeworth was away. At the start of the second game. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of chaos, of a case, correct?
Don't worry. Oh, life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of food. Failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. She's so cute too. Who is doing this to our poor girl? That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know, and just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Ms. Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Shiny eyes. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Oh. Oops. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Oh. What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird. Quickly. It was around 12 AM. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him. No way, it's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. Ah, shit. It was the wrong door. I see.
And then, what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. Wait, what? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 AM, I think. Oh, okay. But then he stole the key and went in. Or maybe that's when Jim turned up. And he wanted... So maybe... That's after he ransacked the office. And then when Jim turned up, he walked by and grabbed the keys and like... I'm not sure. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Alright.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough investigation of Mr. Portsman's door. Of his door? Why his door? I'm gonna go look at his door. Oh, the number's wrong? I won't rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. Yeah. The door is locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Edgeworth is getting added to Among Us. I saw that and I thought it was so stupid and weird, and I'm here for it. Not that I play Among Us, but it was really funny to find out that that was happening. I'm like, not the crossover I was expecting. In saying that, did I expect they've done like a Baldur's Gate crossover as well as a Critical Role crossover at this point, so the world's your oyster when you're in space murdering each other. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't miss it. It's because of the basketball hoops, sir. Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 202 really badly. What? But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? What?
Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Ugh. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this?
Is it the thing?
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
Kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's office. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
What about this?
That's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
It breaks my achy breaky heart. But you know, it's actually very useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get around your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost?
Alright. Sounds like someone could have easily dragged it across. I thought I was gonna find something more interesting here, but it doesn't seem like it. I think I did get at least one piece of evidence. Stolen, the door. Alright. Are there any markings on the floor? Are you sure?
One, 2, 2. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Oh, whoops. These number plates slide right out, sir.
I have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of
Unnerving.
I wish I could be as stately as this door.
And the gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I could do for everyone?
Right. That long
pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
I don't see any signs of forced entry, and according to the guard, no sign that the lock was picked either.
Either, sir.
Meaning the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. What do they think?
None of those thievers, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
God damn it. Alright, Mr. Pain in the Ass, let's go. It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you got in your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind.
I love that he just did a whole bow at animation.
Who's this guy again?
It's Mr. Payne. We just talked about him, bro. Man, that feels bad. He's just like, sorry, he's not a main character. Okay, so what? I'm connecting points? Used, master key was stolen, 1 AM. approximately 1 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. Oh. But she was asked to lock it up again? Hold up. The key was missing from approximately 1 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. This key was used to unlock the to lock Portsman's office at 1:30 a.m. But that's a complete contradiction, because she said she didn't have the keys at that time. 1 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Have I talked to everyone? I mean, there's a... You're all ticked. Check this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Oh, okay. I guess there is nothing else. Sorry, there was no, like, little check mark for it, so I thought maybe. That's check marked, that check marked, that's check marked, that's check marked. So, there's not much else I can really do except for draw conclusions. Or maybe present more evidence, but I don't know what there is to present. I don't know, just try this. Alright. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. Oh, okay. So I need to connect the points to find the contradiction. Right, okay. I thought you'd only connect them if they're like, you know, causality, rather than obviously finding a contradiction. What? No way. It's foul. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Oh, wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I'd totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And... well, I'm a security guard, so I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did re-lock the door then? Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Okay. So what, he baited her into doing that, I guess? He baited her into not locking the door correctly? Make it look like he was leaving? To make it look like everything was okay, and then he came back to the room later? And that's when Jim came in? Alright. Is that it? Do I have anything else of note to say? Let's save again. What's the time? Oh, we still have so much more time. So many cool things to see and do. Are you okay? He's heckin'. His frames are breaking a little. That's okay. This is honestly looks so pretty. It looks so good. Hell yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm distracted. Deduce? Oh wait. Hold up. No, wait. Shit. No, go back. No. Shit. No, I want to deduce that it could have been switched out. This? Oh. No. Wait, that evidence wasn't put in here anywhere? Unlocked the door, but master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm not convinced. Okay, this makes it sound like there's nothing. Okay, so there's nothing to deduce here, which means I have to deduce something about the door. Okay. So, something about this door. Can't I... What evidence do I have that suggests of anything? I think I see it. You think so? This bed unlocked the door, but master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. Not gonna say. Okay. I guess the point is that this door is still locked? Maybe that's what I'm trying to prove. God. Like, if the door is still locked, that's evidence that Mr. Portsman never had their key, right? And never went into his office?
Eureka!
Nope. That was incorrect. Why is my phone going off? Okay, tip 2. So it's not the door. Stolen from the key. Pages pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago by my predecessor are missing. Is your predecessor heckin' what's his name? Von Holstenstopper? Von Tassis? Von Edgeworth? Your Honor, he's gay. I know, right? I knew it. He's always been gay, and we love him. When he's trying around 205. "23. She's 19 when the first murder takes place, right? So yeah, this has definitely got to be after. This is definitely after 1, 2, and 3 of the Phoenix Wright games, probably. I think, because Edgeworth was away for, or this is maybe when he came back near the end of the second one, maybe? I don't know. Speech investigation box has been ticked off. I'm pretty sure. This is ticked off, this is ticked off. The only thing that hasn't ticked off is this. But there is nothing else here to investigate. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to check again. It says that, which makes me think that, like, it's just fudged. Oh, the floor? Bet the thief's not under here.
Guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody has already tried at least once before. Alright. So now that should... Okay, that has a tick now. So I've got all evidence that I could possibly need. Well, even though I've inspected this place, like, I have to deduce something. Something about the door key? Oh yeah, that's right, I can inspect the keys. It's the master key to every office in the building. Looks like the Spirit Island games ended, so I'll be heading off soon. Also, I think I see the contradiction. I mean, I want to, like, prove that it's, like, the sliding, the names can come out, I thought. That's it.
think that's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger.
No, I can't ever see myself lacking the guns. Oh, but I love the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. You take up before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead.
To chase you down for a false start, detective.
Now that you mention it, even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place.
Oof, that's a sad feels, man. The contradiction. I mean, I'd like to say it has something to do with this, possibly. Miss Bird unlocked the door, but Master Key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. It says 103, and this one says 103. Oh, fuck, man. I have all the pieces in front of me, and I can't figure it out. One of the points... like a hint, because I think I see what the game's trying to get you to notice. One of the points where it's specifically you to do one specific contradiction first. What? What do you mean? Am I supposed to just... I already tried using the door. The door. Supposed to do one specific contradiction. The fact that the door is locked. Oh, the door's locked! Oh! Oh, the door's locked! Oh! Oh my god! Oh, you guys are so smart. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't think they'd analyzed that. Okay. There's a contradiction. Thank you so much. I would have been here for ages. Oh my god. Okay. There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
Huh? You know, that's right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door, but how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... logic. Examine these. Prints on the master key. Well, I don't know how useful that'll be. Prints on the doorknob. Prints on the number plate. Number plate? But they just said they always know which one is his office because it has the thing beside it, right? Or am I examining the fact that where the birdie has her finger? I mean, but like a lack of Birdie's fingerprints on the doorknob would prove that she didn't open that one. The prints on the master key, they could have been mucked up by somebody else. But if they had the prints on the key, that might prove... that might prove that it's the killer. Prints on the number plate. Fuck my brain. All of three of these sound valid. I'm confused. Can I look at the history? Sorry. That'll Miss Bird. The door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. I guess you'd prints on the doorknob then. prince on the doorknob would tell us everything.
Hey, you pal, do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what'd you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. So, I found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Face Prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
Huh? I'm lost, sir.
I'm thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Should be Birdie.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean?
Yes, the door that Ms. Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Okay. I did it. What have we here? I roamed rest until I respected every suspicious nook. Okay. The basketball! Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman? Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match.
Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball.
That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective.
You're right, sir. Now that I know, now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing.
I think we've reached the end of this conversation.
Here we go. This is what I've been wondering about. Why didn't we inspect this earlier? I would have been suspicious from the beginning. I want to inspect this though. Letter.
What's this?
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Well, there's something written on it.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by. Just like you. Wait. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by. Just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. What? Maybe Buddy had been doing the crime.
Yeah, look, and it's for Mr. Portsman.
Alright. What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Well, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Go swimming. Have a good swim, Estania. Just wants you to go in a particular order. That's the thing I need to remember for this game.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of this hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. Investigation complete. Poking around this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
I'm gonna save. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get to the court case.
How, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is not other than Mr. Portsman himself. What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic sensors were telling me too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
That is anything but logical. Emotional, perhaps, not logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door.
Wait, I think I've heard this one. The game Death's Door. 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Why won't anyone just let me rest? Ever in any video game?
Mr. Portsman, I have finished processing the bloody letters. So,
Oh, alright, let me take a gander at it, pass it here. Okay, he threw it. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this.
Go on. No.
Wow. You shouldn't be throwing shit around like that. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
I don't laugh at you, Portsman. What got you now?
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room, and I'd be mad too. So I guess you could stay, if you promise to stay out of the way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Kammer. Von Kammer, that's who it was. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. There was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. It really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know.
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be more using that mouth of yours is, for now, is explaining yourself.
Or, no.
Either that or that too will, although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Well, are we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove yourself? Prove anything. The rebuttal. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we're not finished yet.
Boy, you're so stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something,
I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on with evidence.
Especially considering everything he says is just kind of conjecture, so. Okay. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Sure. Tell me about it, man. Besides, how, may I go, do you propose I unlock your door and got in here? Well... What does my evidence look like? Sitting in front of what's been over there, signs that it's been moved. Got her to open it. I'm not sure what it wants me to suggest first. Present birdie? Oh wait, shit, I have to press the present button, don't I? Well, actually press.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown you how earlier.
Their speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. Objection! You claim to have no way to open my door, however, is that really the honest truth? Haha, alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot.
Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door.
The master key?
Take that!
I believe you're able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait, hold on a sec. I never laid a hand on that key, as you already know.
Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger.
Well, maybe you did, but only to direct.
That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door to the key.
My door with the key.
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah. I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know.
But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it?
What? You've quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
Yes, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
How do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right, they do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine.
There was this thing.
Take that!
I definitely get the impression that this game is only the investigations, like we're never going to go to the courtroom. But I also kind of like it because it kind of explains why, like, so like in the Phoenix Wright games, right? Phoenix Wright, he always seems to just kind of come into pieces of drips and drabs and tries to obviously get a relatively good idea from what he can get, right? Well, as the prosecutor in this, we have access to basically everything that we need to know in order to try and understand and make the most logical conclusion as to who the culprit is, so we know who to bring in with irons, you know? So I do find it really interesting that you almost get to, like, you can see how Edgeworth, a lot of the time, doesn't need to go to courtroom in order to feel like he has a pretty founded solution of who did the crime. Like, this demonstrates that he literally comes to the conclusion of who did the crime before he even got to the courtroom, versus Phoenix Wright, which is kind of like the opposite. Like, you're not sure who it is until you're in the courtroom trying to, like, sift through information that you can find. Anyway, it's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building, which is why it left an unusual strong impression on you. Oh. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman. There are signs the hoop has been moved. Just sit it in front of my office to be sure. I see, so that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Rebuttal. No, you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Is no one else around the office? Like, why is anyone in their office at this time? I'm just saying. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. What? Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. That jacket looks fine. Your jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show you who is the one truly covered in slime here. He's so fancy. Rebuttal. Spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Okay, hold up. Do I have any evidence to suggest that he wasn't in his office the entire time? I guess maybe this. It looks like you're out. This one. Ooh, let's go. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna save just in case. I'm hoping I'll be able to get through this and then go to bed, but I'll have to be quick.
Present.
Objection!
Let's go. Okay. That was a lie. What are you talking about? How was that a lie? This is a note from the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. No. It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then where were you, and what were you doing? Yeah. Shall explain it in full detail for you. You were busy snooping around my office, the very room you had Miss Bird open for. That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I'm very decisive evidence. No, wait. This is positive proof that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Am I saying the fact the door has no fingerprints? Right?
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What's it for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Prints? What do you have to do with it? What did that have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? I know you stole it into my office with the intent of stealing something from me, and Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, wouldn't you have been able to tell by the voice or something? I'm just saying. I mean, I guess he's not supposed to really know him, but I feel like you would have, like, recognized it the moment you hear his voice again, you know? Anyway. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. He's so cool.
Just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me and is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. Huh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the doorknob as soon as I could after you opened the door. That's incorrect, because we checked the doorknob. The doorknob has signs of his prints on it too, right? That's not a part of my evidence, but they said it. After that, it made perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. Wait, why? That would mean that he was still alive. Are you saying you met up with Jim before the murder?
You just made that up now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Even geniuses fail at times. Probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although there's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you?
say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. The Boardsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. I was talking to Jim. Very serves you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Is that true? Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir, yes. We'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsmouth said. Guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 AM. You see? Did you check the clock in the room? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit, so there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Well, hold up. Let me have a look. Body, it says the body was found at 2:05. That doesn't mean, oh no, because, oh no, the same, because he came across him. He was the one who confronted him. I mean, who's to say he didn't immediately after this walk around? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I literally round everything up and down all the time. Hi, house. How's everyone going, eh? I'm doing alright. Hi, Lily. I feel sleepy and my head hurts. Whee! Yo, I know that feels. I have a session in like 5 hours. Hecky. Are you prepared?
Hold it!
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
If it is as you say, however... Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. I don't understand. I had D&D today too. How'd it go? What's preparation? I am. Props. Well, that's good. Working on it slowly. I like that it just says, it's my first time speaking with him. And he's a criminal. Man, I'm not sure. Did I press everything?
Hold it!
Well, correct. It was around 2 AM. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on the time. I remember checking my watch then, and it makes no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. Confrontation.
Did I press this one? Okay.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. It's just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. Another detective said that they saw you at around that time.
See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face?
Are you saying them back, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there. Sir, please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. What?
Maggie! Detective Gumshoe!
Birdie again. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I would say look at the clock in the criminal affairs office, but the intruder I met could not have been Portsman. Then who could it have been? Oh, well, it explains why they might not have shot them. So there's two different people? I need to calmly think this through one more time and with logic. I need to go to bed. Once before and once after the murder. Why? It's two different people. I think I should put this one here and then this one. Which explains why there's two different guns. Evidence points to the shelves being disturbed once before and once after the murder. But who's to say that the person who did it at the second time is the same as the first? Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Oh god. Yep, another visitor means another gun. Yeah! Let's go. If indeed there were two culprits, then that resolves the contradiction behind our murder weapon. And the question is, why was the thing disposed of? Like, if we say, like, the second person was after the folder, why was the folder put in the hallway of all places? Despite the fact there's two bullets here in this room, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Even the possibility that the other bullet was fired from another visitor's gun. Furthermore, we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Huh? Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumption regarding the case. Pardon. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth?
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office. You're leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Miss Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would mean that the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then just when we were about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
Oh, why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
He must have thought it odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Players about to fight some doppelgangers. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Sleepy Flower, slower Fleepy. I agree. I'm waking up slow. Y'all are cute. Lily, you should go to bed. House, you should wake up more. I need to go to bed too. I'll go to bed too. Promise? You and I can go to bed at the same time. It'll be beautiful.
Correct, and as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing.
Yikes.
This was the moment in which the first shot was fired and the one that landed in my files. However, that Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. Right.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another visitor, sir?
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
Stolen Zero Fire, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shelves getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets? It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at the 2 different times?
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer.
Though it does leave a kind of a big question, like, as to who that thief is. Like, I can imagine in, like, the following cases, it's all gonna reconnect together to find out the thief, the person who did a murder in a later situation, actually was part of, like, this thief around because they're trying to find out something from a case that Von Karma did. Anyway.
Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does, it's Miss Edgeworth after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which was withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something. I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you really met was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct.
Can I? Okay, I thought it was finishing up. It's not. Okay, it's going longer. I know I'm real close. Like, I basically got him. But I gotta stop. Yo, this music's bopping. Damn, I just got here. God, my head hurts. Yeah, sorry. Not for Lily saying sorry. I don't know. I'm saying sorry because I have to go to bed because I have work in the morning, I think. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna get through the next couple of days. 7 days in a row. Ha ha ha. And in September again. It's almost like it was all doomed to happen. Yep. 8 a.m. If I could figure out a way to switch out my shifts somewhere, I would, but I can't. Because no one else is available. Boppin'. Have a great day, night, everybody. Have a busy weekend. Eh? It's good to hear. Gonna do something fun. More violin in this. Mm-hmm. Exit game. There we go. There we are. That was fun. Alright. Eventually I'm playing that Dale and Dawson game that was like a full roster of 21 people. 21 people? How do you even know that many people? No one knows 21 people. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so I have 22 people in my family. I don't know. I think there's 16 on one side. Yeah, we do, Han. Get good. I literally know millions. Really? I love that for you. How's that go? How's that going for you? Just gonna check something, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Alright. Alright. I love you for me. I love you. I love me for you. I don't know. That's so confusing. Lily, I love you dearly. You're wonderful. Go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. Love yourself. Hell yeah. Always. Always. Guys, it's really important to always love yourself. Or at least figure out a way to love yourself. You know what I mean? Let's go. Alright guys, bedtime. Should have gone to bed earlier. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night's sleep. This is fun. I'm really enjoying this. I kind of like the, I definitely like being, I like being Edgeworth because I like having that kind of perspective of control and like being able to understand like being actually able to have all the pieces I need to know in order to know who did the murder compared to, you know, like Phoenix's side where he's always like doesn't have all the pieces and he's just scrambling to try and figure shit out. So this is a nice fresh perspective, I guess. So anyway, have a good night everybody. We'll continue this on Monday. Not sure how long this game's gonna take, but we'll see. Yeah. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Hopefully. Should be good. Yeah. Alright. Nighty night. Bedtime. Better.